Hello and welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule. Gold and silver prices opened with a new life high, with gold prices jumping nearly $120 an ounce early this morning on Monday, as escalating unrest in Iran, mounting political pressure on US Federal Reserve and weaker US jobs data boosted demand for safe haven assets. We saw US gold futures advancing to new life high of $4,612 an ounce, and same was the case with MCX gold, which surged by nearly 2,000 rupees during its opening session and has now moved past to a new all-time high above 1,41,000 rupees for 10 grams of gold. We have seen yellow metal climbing nearly 4% last week, mainly due to the heaven demand after US-Venezuela tensions erupted. Same is the case with silver, with surge past $83 an ounce early this morning, hovering still close to its life high, with domestic markets surging past 2,63,996 rupees for 1 kilogram of silver this morning. It opened by nearly 10,500 to 11,000 rupees higher in the Monday morning opening session. Oil prices are edging closer to 5-week high, with Brent crude prices trading close to $63.5 a barrel, due to escalating protests in Iran that sparked concerns about supplies from the OPEC producer. While efforts to resume oil exports from Venezuela and expectations the market will be oversupplied this year limited gains. We have seen crude benchmarks rising more than 3% last week to clinch its biggest weekly rise since October, as Iran's clerical establishment intensified its crackdown on the biggest demonstration seen since 2022. Having said so, Goldman Sachs maintains its 2026 average price forecast of $56 for Brent crude and $52 per barrel for WTI crude, and it expects Brent and WTI crude prices to bottom out at $54 and $50 respectively in the last quarter. Copper prices extended gains from the previous trading session, bolstered by weaker dollar and rising hopes of better demand coming from the top consumer China, which plans to roll out a package of policies to spur domestic consumer demand. We saw copper on Shanghai exchange jumping above 1,03,000 yuan a metric ton, and let me remind you that on 6th of January it hit a record high at 1,05,500 yuan a ton. While on London Metal Exchange we saw copper rising towards the day's high of $13,200 a ton, nearly $200 away from its recent life high. It touched at $13,390 a ton. We saw China's cabinet holding a meeting on Friday about implementing a package of fiscal and financial policies to boost domestic demand, including initiatives to spur household consumption. Market focus was also on Rio Tinto's talks to buy Glencore, which could create world's largest mining company with combined market value of nearly $207 billion if the bid succeeds. Malaysian palm oil is holding just above $4,000 a metric ton after modest gains in the prior trading session. The fresh monthly figures are out from Malaysian Palm Oil Board, which showed the inventories rising by nearly 7.6% month on month to 30.5 lakh tons at the end of December, which happens to be its highest in 7 years. And last but not the least, iron ore prices are holding near 820 Chinese yuan a ton, close to its highest level in almost a year, supported by signs of strong demand in China. Steel makers are rebuilding inventories ahead of the Lunar New Year holiday in the month of February.